What is your name, sir?
I'm Carlos Tamayo. I live in Dalton, Georgia.
Dalton, Georgia. And how many photo booths do you currently own?
Right now, we own 6 different photo booths.
6? Which ones?
I have a mirror booth. I have the salsa. I have I forget the name of it. It's a traditional. We call it traditional. It's like more basic one. You get the 2 strips. We call it traditional, but I forget the name of it.
Right.
We have also the Moby booth.
Okay.
And we have 2 360s.
Got it. Now, question. Have you done free events?
A couple times.
Tell me how that went for you. What was the strategy behind it?
It didn't go that well.
Okay.
I did it, and after that, I didn't hear. Like it was a school, and it was something else. We did it. We ran it. It went through good, but after that, I didn't hear anything back from them.
You know, when it comes to schools, free events is not, I think, ideal for schools.
No, it's not.
Because the students, it's rarely that they're going to hire you. They don't have any money. Same thing with colleges, right?
Yeah.
For me, I think it's better to be patient and do a free event when you know, hey, this might be a good opportunity because the attendees, they're all great prospects, right? You get an idea.
Yeah.
So that I'm glad you shared that with me as far as you did it for a school.
Yeah.
Didn't hear
Actually,
back.
when we did it, we were thinking, okay, we do a lot of quinceañeras. I said, well, we may have some potential customers there, but I think a couple people called us, and after that, we didn't hear from them.
And being in business, have you ever put a budget together and done like any type of marketing as far as Google ads, Facebook ads?
Not really. Basically, my company, we've been doing this for a while, but we don't push it that hard because our main business is photography. I'm a wedding photographer, and this is another part of the business. But I'm trying to push it more, and that's why I came here to try to do it more, educate me and have more ideas, network, and all that stuff. But basically, I haven't done it, but that's what I'm thinking to do more.
What's changed since you started as a photo booth company? What's something that you feel and that you see?
Well, there's a lot of technology, new ideas, a lot of companies. There's so much to do here. But basically, I would say the AI right now is a big stuff right now, and I'm trying to get on that thing.
Okay. We were talking earlier off camera, and you brought up something that I feel is very powerful. And that's you basically telling me that when you first started, you were one of the few. Tell me about that transition and how it is now.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like, we were the first people to have the 360 photo booth in our town, and we charged. It was good. And then after that, I will say probably 4 to 8 more people have it. And they charge so low for that, and I don't know how to compete with that. I'm trying to put more stuff to it and trying to convince people, like I'm a photographer, photography background, so I'm trying to explain them the video is going to be better, the setup is going to be better, but sometimes people don't think about that. They just think on experience and mostly the price, and they go with the cheaper one.
So people coming into the business and basically being not even competitive, but just too affordable to a point where they're probably doing volume, which won't give them the opportunity to hire people because then they won't make enough profit per event. So they're probably doing it as a couple or as an individual who wants to supplement his monthly income.
And I don't know how they do it. If they give it so cheap that I can't do that. I can't compete with that.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's happening to me in the California and the Inland Empire area.
I bet you do.
And it's been so challenging that I spend money on running ads so that I can get more exposure. And little by little, it pays off because the more events you do, depending on who that client is, sometimes there's quality leads that come from those higher end events.
Yeah.
Because I think people that fall under a certain demographics like recommendations. Like you were at my friend's anniversary. I really love your services. You know, I need you guys for November, something like that. Now, where are you at here today in the present? Are you Are you thinking of continuing with the photo booth business? And if so, what's your strategy?
Oh yeah, definitely. What I want to do is push it more, try to get new ideas. That's what I'm getting. I'm going to the classes and new ideas, a few more products, and the AI is a good stuff to do it right now. That's a good thing that to have right now, that people don't have it there, and I'm gonna push it more, and that's my idea. I push it more and grow more.
What's one thing you're gonna apply as soon as you get home that you have learned so far today within the last couple of days?
Like I've been talking about, AI is a good thing. I'm gonna implement that, and also the CRM systems that I've been lacking on that. I'm gonna get that.
Okay.
Definitely, I need to do that.
I think everyone wants to know, what's the most money you've ever made from one event?
In a photo booth,
You probably made more a couple years back when the market was a little bit more fresh, right?
it was an event that had 2 booths. I would say around almost $2,000.
Okay, so it was like a bundled production.
Yeah, it was a 360 and a digital deluxe booth that we call.
How happy were you when you were driving back from the event?
Oh yeah, I was pretty happy.
It's the best because it's completed, it's done with.
Oh yeah.
And all you got to do is get home and maybe unload the next day. But now you're like, I made so much money today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How many people were with you at the event? Just 2 people?
2 people.
That's all it really takes when you have experience.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Is there any questions and maybe you would like to ask me personally?
Like we were talking about the cheaper competition. How do you do? Have you done anything about it? Like, let's say my customer goes, okay, I want the 360 for 3 hours. That's my price, and they go to the other person, which is less than half of your price. How do you deal with that? How do you convince them to get you?
The remedy for me, at a personal level, from my just business philosophy, is constantly changing. Maybe like every quarter. So what does that mean is we constantly have to revise our strategy. It's so weird because this industry moves pretty fast.
It does, yeah.
So one thing that you asked me is, how do I deal with people charging prices lower and lower? So the only way that I am staying alive right now in this industry is I definitely have to set some money to get more exposure on Google. Because not only in my city do I want to be the search engine on the top 3, but I want to make sure that want to make sure that I'm in the top 3 for many different cities. So I'm spending money on Google ads. Okay, so because I'm spending money on Google ads, yes, I'm still getting a good increase, but now I'm spending money on marketing, and that eats up my profit margin. So what I need to do now, I need to make sure that for every inquiry, I have a really high conversion. So basically now what I'm doing is 2 primary things, and I'm going to share them with you right here. One is I'm more interested in getting phone calls, because when you set up your Google campaigns specifically as the objective for phone calls, then when someone calls you, you can label that a conversion if the call lasted over 2 minutes.
Okay.
Or you can label it a conversion if the call landed more than 30 seconds. For me, I like saying if the call was over 3 minutes, then most likely we were able to convert them.
Yeah.
So what happens now is, because it's an actual phone call, I have more power, more control, because a person gets to meet me and I get to meet them instantly via phone.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Not a landing page, not a video on my website, but an actual human being, right? So guess what? I get excited for their upcoming event. All right, so now I'm using that strategy, and I'm only getting conversions when it's a 3-minute call plus. Okay. So what happens now is the algorithm in Google says, okay, we're gonna find this company that's spending this much money, more conversions, so we have to basically find the perfect match for him so that he gets high quality leads. Okay? So now I'm using that strategy instead of just search. Oh, they clicked out. I still got charged, and there was no real way for me to leverage that money that I'm spending.
Yeah.
That's the first thing, okay? Switch over to phone calls. We're humans, believe it or not. I know there's a lot of millennials, but people can really appreciate to talk to someone over the phone.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right.
Thank you, David.
Next thing is we constantly think about how much money we are worth as individuals and as business owners, you know? And so what happens is we need to remind ourselves that we are not going to go out there anymore. It's going to be an employee. It's going to be a contractor. And so if we pay them $20 an hour and they're at the event and they're getting paid for a total of 6 hours, that's setup time, production time turned down, then now we can afford to be competitive with pricing because we, the owner, are not going out there. We, the owner, are moving soldiers around, missionaries, to bring in volume. So now what I'm saying, I guess, is to do volume. And man, that part is also
it's
not
a different
easy.
level, yeah.
So what happens is this, as time progresses, right? When you get into the busy season, you know, November, December, you have to think, okay, am I gonna change my prices because my demand is gonna go up because it's supply and demand. So what happens is all the people that are very cheap, they're gonna get booked in advance.
And that's it.
Right, in advance. So what's gonna happen is they're not gonna be able to take on more bookings and they're making a little bit of
the
money.
spot for us. Yeah.
Right? So that's why we have to be ready for that influx and that wave with good amount of manpower and also strategize when it comes to our cost of how much we're charging for the service.
Okay, awesome.
And that's been working for me to this day. I don't know for how long, but that's what I have
That's
for
a
you.
good strategy. That's good.
Yeah.
Definitely, I'll do that.
Anything else for you, sir?
I believe one more Google ads or Facebook ads.
I can't speak on Facebook ads because I've never spent any real money on Facebook ads. I even spent some money on Instagram. I didn't see a good return. So I understand that people run Facebook ads and they have success.
Okay.
I haven't ran Facebook ads.
Okay.
But sooner or later, I would love the idea of, you know, trying
yeah.
out something else and comparing how much bang I get for my buck.
See? Yeah, definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, David.
Hey, man, my pleasure. Do you want to tell people where they can follow you?
Yeah. DaltonPhotoBooth.com. That's it.
There you go, guys. Thank you, brother.